Okay, class. Welcome into your lesson today. Thank you so much for being on time to class. Good to see you all. Today we're going to be learning about time zones and why they're important. The reason why I'm making this presentation is because, for any of you that don't know me, my name is VTice. It's an absolute pleasure. I'll be your instructor today. I am a streamer here on YouTube, do a little bit of content creation along with that, and I'm sick and tired of trying to explain to everyone what time zone I start in when I say Eastern or Mountain Time, wherever the case may be. I'm sick and tired of explaining it, so now I can just reference this video, so I don't have to say it 40 times in a 2-hour live stream, but that's besides the point. Anyways, today we're going to be learning about time zones. Let's go ahead and get on into it, shall we? So, why is it important for you to understand time zones? Many Twitch and YouTube viewers enjoy watching a variety of different streamers from all over the world. If you live in a different city, state, country, continent, or even planet of the streamer that you're watching, there's a very high likelihood that you're in a different time zone than that streamer. So you may be asking this question to yourself, okay, well, why do I care? What does this even mean? Well, their 10 a.m. is not the same as your 10 a.m. Their 5 p.m. is not the same as your 5 p.m. because of time zones, which I know many of you, courtesy of the American education system, have not learned this, whether you're in first grade or you're about ready to graduate high school or you're in college or you're a hardworking man out in the streets, haven't learned this yet, so allow me to try to help you out. I got your six, I got your back here. Some viewers become frustrated when with their favorite streamers, when they do not stream at the time that they originally stated, or do they? The plot thickens now. It's very possible the aforementioned streamer did in fact start at the time that they said they would. However, due to the different time zones, there was a misunderstanding on the actual start time. So for example, if a streamer tells you that the stream will start at 1 p.m. Eastern time, this may be at 1 p.m. Eastern time if you're in Eastern time zone, or this could be earlier or later pertaining to your time zone and where you live. Let's get into some examples here. So, I'm fully aware this is rather overwhelming. I hear you loud and clear. I just want to put this chart up here to show you all the different time zones that exist on planet Earth here with us. There's a smaller detailed one I will get into of just the United States. That's where most viewers are. We have some in Australia and New Zealand. So you can kind of just see it here based on where you live and how the time zones all kind of coincide with one another. So kind of breaking it down a little bit more into United States specifically. We have 4 time zones, really 6, but 4 in the continental United States. So we have Eastern time, we have Central time, say it with me now class, we have Mountain time, very good, nicely done, nice, and Pacific time. Alaska and Hawaii also have their own time zones. We'll talk about that a little bit. So, if you're watching your favorite streamer, or you have a TV show that starts, or a movie that starts at 6 p.m. Eastern time, look at this map. See, you should be able to identify what state you live in. We covered that last subject. You don't need me for this. So find what state you live in. So if it starts at 6 p.m. Eastern time, what time does that start Central time? Good class, very nice. 5 p.m. Central time, you nailed it. Now let's give you a tricky one here. If it starts at 6 p.m. Eastern time, what time would that start Pacific time? Good, yeah, you absolutely nailed it, right? 3 p.m. Pacific time. So what do we deduce from this? So from Eastern time, Central time is 1 hour behind Eastern. Mountain time is 2 hours behind Eastern. Pacific time, 3 hours behind Eastern. Then you can obviously also see Alaska is 4 hours behind, Hawaii being 5 hours behind. So it's kind of a small anomaly relative to the rest of the population in the continental United States, but thought I'd also throw that one in there just in case we have any residents coming from us from Anchorage or Honolulu. So don't just assume everything, while most times given are usually going to be presented in Eastern time. So the Knicks versus the Heat tonight starts at 7:30 Eastern time. So most times shows, movies, things on, cable TV, they'll give it to you in Eastern time. But a lot of streamers that I see, they'll give it based on their time zone. So for me, I live in Colorado. I live here in Denver. So I may say, all right, gang, I'm going to be streaming tomorrow around 4 p.m. Mountain time. So now, if you're Central time, you have to know, okay, 4 p.m. Mountain Time. I'm 1 hour ahead of Mountain Time. That'd be 5 for me. Eastern Time, I know that I'm 2 hours ahead. That'd be 6 p.m. for me. You can kind of see how this all kind of flows and works into one another here. Pacific Time, obviously 1 hour behind Mountain Time. And so on and so forth. You can see the relationship between each of these. So this is just a little bit more of a detailed, written out example of the time zones, specifically in the United States. So if your favorite streamer tells you for some reason, hey gang, I'll be going live right at 5:38 p.m. Eastern Time. Now know what time zone you're in based on the map of the states we just looked at. So if you're in Mountain Time and they tell you 5:38 Eastern Time, okay, think to yourself, 5:38 Eastern, I'm 2 hours behind in Mountain Time, so that would be what? Really good. Yeah, you're getting the hang of it. Great job, right? Yeah, 3:38 p.m. You nailed it. If you're Pacific Time, that'd be 2:38. If you're Central Time, that'd be 4:38 because you're 1 hour behind. Mountain Time, you're 2 hours behind Eastern. Pacific, 3 hours behind. Alaska and Hawaii, so on and so forth. There is one exception in the United States that I'd be remiss if I didn't bring up. Good old Arizona. Year-round, Arizona's on Mountain Time. The kicker is they don't observe daylight savings time. So what does this mean? In the months of March and November, when the rest of the country and in their specific time zone, being Mountain Time, is observing it, the clocks move forward. They stay on that Mountain Time. They don't move their clocks forward. So by virtue of this, Pacific Time now moving their time up 1 hour, Arizona through the months of March and November is now technically, while still observing Mountain Time, but their clock is now on Pacific Time. So they're on the same time as California, Oregon, Washington, the whole nine over there. A little bit of a side note, not really relevant to what we're talking about now. Both state by state and nationally, legislature is in fact being presented and working to get passed in the next coming decade or so to completely abolish daylight savings time. So daylight savings time may not matter for us down the road, but we'll cover that when that day comes. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. If you don't live in Arizona, don't even worry about this slide. Not relevant to you. Okay, biggest takeaways from today's presentation. Step 1, you need to know what your time zone is. Remember this chart? It looks a little bit familiar, huh? Okay, so first, I would look at what state I'm in. I would say, okay, well, I'm in Colorado. I live in Denver. So I'm going to be on, Mountain Time. Know the relationship between your time zone and others. I know Pacific Time is 1 hour behind me. I know Central is 1 hour ahead of me. And I know Eastern is 2 hours ahead of me. Step 3, do some simple math to deduce when your favorite TV show, your favorite movie, that sports game, whatever live stream you want to watch, when that begins. If you don't know what a particular streamer, what time zone they're in, or what time they're giving you, ask a question. Won't hurt you. The streamer will be more than happy to tell you. Oh, I'm in Pacific Time. So then you know your relationship based on what time zone you're in. It could be the exact same time if you're in Pacific Time, or it could be different based on what time zone you're in. And of course, step 4, you can now be on time. You won't feel fooled or tricked, and you can enjoy the show on time. Let's call it what it is. Nothing's worse than turning on a sports game, your favorite movie, or a live stream, and they've been live for 2 hours because they started at 5 o'clock Mountain Time, and here you were coming in at 5 o'clock. I guess that'd be Alaska time, and now you're 2 hours behind. Nothing's worse than that. Or you're 2 hours early to the live stream that doesn't start for 2 more hours because you're in Eastern Time. You live in New York or something. And that'll do it for our presentation today, gang. Thank you so much for watching. I genuinely hope this was really helpful, and now you better understand time zones, courtesy of this presentation. Please see me after class, or drop a comment below if you have any questions at all. I'll be more than happy to answer. Your homework assignment. Of course, I'm going to give you homework. I mean, come on. All right, so VTice streams most weeknights at 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Ooh, I don't have the chart up here for you. So now I want you to come drop in at 5 p.m. Let me know, hey, I'm on Eastern Time, but I showed up right on time, even though you said Mountain Time, because I know time zones now. I have a better understanding, a better grasp on time zones. Boom, come say hi to us. We'd love to see you. Come hang out with the gang. If you want extra credit, comment down below or come into a live stream sometime. What topic do you like to see covered next? No. All joking aside, I do appreciate you guys watching. Thank you so much. I do hope this helped because I know there was a lot of confusion on time zones sometimes. So thank you so much for watching. I do greatly appreciate it. See you in the next one. Peace, everybody. Bye-bye.